Hey, what's up? It is I, Equinox Eterna, back again with another stream. Now, without interruptions. Holy hell. Oh no, I already cursed. No, YouTube. Nah, I'm not monetized anyways. Hey, how's going? Yay. Wait. Yay. Well, so I guess now I'm posting back in Blue Sky. So, and it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same awkward myself, just posting about the streams and all that. I should try to have I don't know, more normal posts, more interactions. Maybe one day I can go viral or something like that. I don't know, but well, Twitter. I know more people on Twitter, but I'm know it with my other accounts. But this one, the professional VTuber one, is I'm trying to keep it clean for now until I have more a little more stable like model and overlays and all that. More what's the word? I forgot the word. Dedicated? No. More established, like everything VTuber like. So, so that's why Twitter. Yeah. So I guess with the Exodus and all that again, I should post more in Blue Sky, because if more new people are getting into it, then some people might join us. So that's what I gotta do. Yay! It has been Christmas, and next week is gonna be New Year, and this January is going to be a harsh freaking month. And not because of Enfield. If it was only Enfield, then it would be fine. But I'm going to have people, family, staying in my house, in my family house, and it's gonna be harder for me to stream. So I need more luck, and that's the reason why. Even if I haven't finished my projects, but if I were to finish, I couldn't show it to you guys before February. So when I finish my projects, February is going to be the formal debut. All of this months of streaming or doing random shit has only been like a teaser. Let's call it that, a teaser, a little bit. Yay! So you're not here for hear me talk nothing. You all are here for Deep Oblivion Part 2, for Ro, for Leva, for Sopo, for Alba, for Lenna, for Kalin. Look at her. Look at Sopo. She's so cute over here with her dorky face. It's hot here. I'm burning here. So yay. Let's start this. How's the sound? How's the game BGM? Is it hard? Or what? Or it's too low? Eh, don't know. He'll tell me later and I'll fix it. But now... let's try whatever this is. Buff or pass? Anata no tsumi o kazoe nasai. Lota. Here we can have a double tap. Boom. Double and double again. Boom. I'll hit this one. Fast and easy. And this last two I can reach. My glasses got stuck in my in my hair. Give me a second. Okay, now we're fine. Oh, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lotta. So me. I don't think I can. Oh, Ro is probably gonna be good here, but eh. Okay, ult here. Boom. Nice damage. Boom. Continue. Christmas has been hectic, so finally I have time to relax and play and stream. Last time I tried to stream, I got interrupted, and well, I had to, instead of streaming like I wanted to, I had to do. I had to help my father with some shit. With a. I don't know how to say it in English. The kitchen burners, but it's only the kitchen burners. Not all the top of a kitchen. That in a package. Because an uncle. It was a gift for an uncle, so I had to help my father with that. And yeah, sadly I wanted to stream, but it couldn't happen. So here we are. It's Friday. It's 1 week after today. Is 1 week after after Rose. So next week we should have the announcements for Laney's event. And hopefully not Not another shafted event, like hopefully not Lewis or Sakura. Uh, Thrown in the middle of the important things. Okay, my nose is. This is Christmas' fault. My nose is running. Okay. It's time for voice acting, the most amateurish voice acting that you'll ever hear. A few days later, after confirming that her location is secure, Kalina connects to the comms. The dolls appear on screen. Kalin, Miss Kalin, long time no see. Long time? You have been away from Odessa for barely half a month. But it feels like forever. I miss you, Kalin. So I need to raise up the volume a little bit. You're just happy following Leva around. You've probably forgotten all about me. No, I haven't. Alright, I'll stop teasing. With emergency response efforts in the past few days, the chaos in Odessa has mostly subsided. I also received word that the Oblast security risk level has officially returned to the safe range. Good work, everyone. That is something to celebrate. But honestly, you don't even need to say it. The GR group already rushed out a special feature on Odessa's news. Information sure reaches Rorik fast, huh? Not just fast, but accurately to boot. If he can arrange media coverage so quickly, it means he got the news much earlier. That's not something a regular legislator could pull off. Someone's feeding him information. It's gotta be him! That mayor with the bureaucrats stink all over him! Subway's so goddamn cute and so dog that she can smell the fucking trouble on someone. Hey! His attitude is a bit strange for an informant of Rurik's. What's strange about it? Every time we make a move, Rurik knows right away. There were things that only he and Zimmerman knew about. But according to you, Zimmerman was supposed to be Rurik's rival, right? It wouldn't make sense for him to leak info to his competition, no? I'm guessing what Robella means is that, with Mayor's failure rank and ability, he could have gone much harder if he wanted to. Exactly. The automaton malfunction aside, we had allegations mounted against us multiple times, and Feria's Special Security Administration was always listening to the investigation. If he truly wanted a non-military force administration out of the picture, he could have easily manufactured more damning evidence. But he has been obstructing us in other ways. Those illegal armored droids were released too easily. That's not something a small security department could pull off. And when we were mislabeled as suspects, wasn't he who kept stalling and delaying the process? Besides, the GR group's been running Odessa for years. I don't believe they have kept their hands clean all this time. I know. Maybe he's conflicted. I really don't think someone from Odessa will hesitate to side with Gerard. The protesters who took to the streets all calmed down and went back to their lives once the crisis ended and the compensation rolled in. Or maybe it's because he's from Odessa that he's conflicted. You think so? Based on my past interactions with the Mayor, I must say I have come to the same conclusion as Robella. Mayor Feria doesn't hold an entirely hostile attitude towards us. However, he is most definitely the one feeding intel to the ER group. For now, we should remain on our guard. Thank you! Finally we have like the suspecting the right ones, and not like going happy-go-lucky, thinking that everyone is going to be according to the plan. I mean, in more casual events, it has happened, but this is right now the main plotline. So it's like last, as far as I can remember, because I don't remember nothing of longitudinal terrain. The last time that something like this happened was in dual randomness with Angelia distrusting the bodyguard, but keeping Machlian. Machlian? No. It wasn't Machlian. Morrido. Keeping Morrido close, but not close enough. I mean, close enough to be like the keep your enemies close and you keep your friends close and your enemies closer thingy. But yeah, that was the last time that something like this happened. The scheming, because whatever happened with RPK was not a shit show, but almost. So, okay, let's continue. For now, we should remain on our guard. Right. Apart from that, there's something else that's been bothering me lately. Hey, there's more. Yes. Honestly, I was surprised too. While sorting through personnel recently assigned to us, I found that their allied infection rate has gone up. What? If they are PMC operators, maybe it's because of the recent missions involving contamination zones? No, the personnel from the railway corps too. Is that reliable? Could it be a screening error? We can't verify it yet. After the Gerard automatons went rogue, most functioning checkpoints were damaged, so inspections, record keeping, and tracking all shifted to manual processing. It hasn't been easy to trace. Then what do you want to do next, Kali? On one hand, the data reliability is uncertain. On the other, if we announce this prematurely, others might fall back into chaos just as it is recovering. After discussing the matter, the Oblast government has decided to isolate and treat all confirmed elite patients at a single facility in OD-07, the coastal satellite city. OD-07. Leva, I want you to lead the dolls there to investigate. Mayor Feria will accompany you. That arrangement wasn't your idea, was it? No, but refusing wasn't an option. Still, maybe this could be a chance to make Mayor Feria finally choose a side. Let's hope so. We'll depart tomorrow. Alright, I'm counting on you. Wait. What is it? Now that the unrest is over, I need to resume my own assignment. I won't be joining your investigation. Eh? We're splitting again already? Alba, you'd better keep in touch. I might have to change my comms ID frequently. No. 9 being so... Oh, Lenna being so... What's the word? Sad. Deserves something. Don't make it hard for her. We in 404 do the same thing, don't we? But we at least have internal channels. Once things settle down, I'll give you my new number. Great. Then you take care too, Alba. Say hi to the others for me. Alright. You all be careful out there. She's so pretty, so freaking beautiful. Like, all dolls are cute, but Alba is just like 10 tiers above. Holy hell. Close resurgent. Confirm. Second spread. Yay! Sopo. The jeep drives across the sea bridge. Sitting in the back seat, Sopo leans her head against the open window, happily letting the ocean breeze hit her face. She's like a dog! She's just like a dog, putting her head outside the window. In the car. Yay! Sopo, get back inside. You'll cause an accident. Eh? Can hear you. It's rare we get to cross the sea. Let her have her fun. And keeping an eye on the road. With that, Leva smoothly changes lanes, bring the vehicle closer to the ocean's edge. Oh, the 07 is in just near the sea. It's an island, huh? It's not common to build a satellite city on one. Is there something special about it? You could say it's lucky. It used to be just a small island near Odessa, but once it discovered phosphate mines, it started to grow. According to the data, offshore oil fields were later found nearby too, attracting more investors and job seekers. Cargo ships, transport planes, and trucks travel between OD07 and the other satellite cities every day. I heard that many of Odessa supplies come straight from OD07 factories. Even that coffee machine that exploded in Mayor Feria's office came from here. No wonder they built a sea bridge directly connecting it to the Odessa suburbs. Yeah, with the Odessa Bay Bridge, transport costs dropped significantly. Now, without it, the only route to Odessa will be by air, not by water. And thanks to the bridge, job seekers no longer have to live in OD07 itself. Many locals even moved to more comfortable satellite cities after getting generous relocation compensation from the developers. Living space shrank, industrial space expanded. So the island covered in factories now? Pretty much. Most of OD07 is taken up by factories, mining sites, and warehouses. 2 years ago, they even did a land reclamation project that expanded usable space by 30%. Wow, a mega industrial hub! Indeed. To ensure a sufficient energy supply that can sustain the city's development and livelihood, the Oblast government built the Selene Solar Tidal Hybrid Smart Power Plant here. Rumor has it that they have even been researching new energy sources, and one of their key topics is collapse radiation. Collapse radiation? That's a dangerous field. Dangerous. Dangerous, yes. But if it succeeds, the rest of the economy will take another leap forward. The Oblast government will also gain more influence within the URNC. But this is getting too radical. Aren't the locals scared? If their immediate interests aren't hard, it's hard for them to care. Before the unrest, they all enjoyed the convenient life that brought to them by Gerard, didn't they? And now that the unrest is over, they'll soon forget it ever happened. The city doesn't have memory, and the city remembers. I have heard this many times. I have lived this many fucking times too. Humanity is something. That's why I love my dolls. The illustrator Rurik knows this perfectly well. See how he's been busy showing off his sense of responsibility and deep pockets lately to repair his reputation. Yura's compensation payments to the residents far exceed standard rates too. But if OD07 is an industrial city like Robella said, we'll relocate the patients here. The city doesn't have that many hospitals. We'll find out soon enough. No, I know where this is going. The reception team is waiting for us at the end of the beach. We'll ask when we get there. Something tells me OD07 is worse off than we think. Robella leans against the window and watches as hospital ships glide slowly over the sea. Once they reach the other shore, the doors see the reception team already reporting to Mayor Feria. Oh dear, the mayor looks even more glum than usual. Come on, let's listen in. The dolls approach. Feria doesn't stop them. How could he have... How could he have gotten this bad? Didn't the safety screening for returning personnel catch this? We only received the order to admit the patients. Doctors have come from every satellite city, including medical inspectors. They all say the returnees from the yellow zones underwent proper radiation decontamination and health checks according to the regulations. Their vitals were all normal at the time, but most of them fell ill a week later, and 25% of them are showing early progression faster than the average rate. Nah, is that common? Not at all. The only large-scale delayed onset occurred during extreme weather anomaly. After that, all white zones and key green zone sectors were covered with collapsed radiation filtration grids. Gravitic acceleration is usually rare. The number of patients you are reporting already exceeds the total number of reassigned personnel. Has there been secondary spread? Yes, after returning to the green zones, many of them joined the external support units sent to call rest. They moved frequently between cities, and with the recent automaton failures lowering the number of working detection systems, by the time their symptoms appear, the secondary spread has already happened. Do you have a projection or treatment plan? More or less, yes. The reception staff projects a set of calculations for everyone to see. My god. I see. Please, wait a moment. Saying that, Feria steps away and opens a comms channel. He's reporting this? Don't tell me he's calling that. And he does hate to do that blatantly. He's just probably talking to his superior. Might as well contact our own superior as well. Got it. Don't worry. Leva ends the call just as Feria returns. Leva, I just received instruction from my superiors. Personnel from the SSA will be dispatched to the other satellite cities to conduct a full inspection of those recently returned from the yellow zones. You and your team will assist the local authorities in maintaining order here in OD07 for the time being. At present, all patients are arriving on OD07 emergency treatment centers via air and sea routes, then via ground transport. You just need to assist the staff at those centers. Understood. I'll leave this place to you then. Keep in contact. Mayor Feria gives each of the dolls a somber look, then calls his subordinates and departs quickly. He's leaving just like that? Isn't he gonna keep an eye on us? The situation doesn't allow it, but that's a good thing. We can now act without restrictions. Everyone, we also have orders from Kalin to hit the treatment center immediately, provide necessary assistance, and investigate the cause of the abnormal outbreaks. This feels just like the Isomer. This event feels like Isomer, but without like the massive attacks, the wall exploding and all that. And this just feel like Isomer revolts. The early Isomer revolts, protecting the chief, the bureau chief of what's the name in CE? What's the name? I forgot. The Rosartres Union. The Union URNC. Yeah, the Union of Rosartres Nations Coalition. You what? Let me check. Okay, let me check. URNC. Because if it has both, that's Union of Research Nation Coalition. It has both. That is okay. Research Coalition, dude. Why do you have to make a redundant name like that? Union of Nations Coalition. What's wrong with you? Everyone, we also have orders from Kalin to head to the treatment center immediately, provide necessary assistance, and investigate the cause of the abnormal outbreaks. Guided by the staff, Leva and her team arrive at one of the OD07 emergency treatment centers. It's a vacant warehouse, hastily converted into a medical facility. Medical personnel hurry in and out, triaging the newly arrived patients according to the stage of their illness and leading them to different sections. No wonder they picked OD07. An island is naturally isolated and warehouses are easy to convert. Judging from the uniforms, most of them are PMC members or troop of the Railway Corps, but soon they might all. We can bother about that for later. For now, let's help out. Sopo, Lenna, you two assist the medics with patient intake. Robella, you're with me. We're heading over there. Leva points towards what looks like a reception counter, which is essentially a makeshift table made by stacking several supply boxes together. It is covered with electronic devices. Yeah, because the real tables are using them for patients and all that. Well, not directly for patients, I guess, but for the more medical procedures, because beds are for patients, and you shouldn't leave medication and all that on the ground. So if it's a warehouse converted into a medical pavilion, then it doesn't have a lot of the material, the utensils, the equipment. That points towards what looks like a reception counter. Yeah, I read it this already. Behind the counter, a lone nurse is frantically typing away at a terminal while being surrounded by impatient patients. The heck? Looks like it's time for the technical skills to shine. What's going on? The system just told me to come get my meds, and now you say it's not my turn. One moment, please. The system. How you found out my discharge time? I'm so dizzy I can't remain standing for much longer. Yeah, the system is running the search, but it's going to take a while. How long is this going to take? The patients crowd closer, pressing the poor nurse as she taps at the screen in panic. You're just clicking at random. You'll make the malfunction worse. Robella stops the nurse, fumbling hands, and begins inspecting the terminal. Hey, what's the doll doing meddling here? Show off! Leva catches the PMC's member hand before he can touch Robella. And who are you supposed to be? Don't get in the way! Oh, I agree completely. You're absolutely right. The non-military force administration sent us here just to cause trouble after all. With her other hand, Leva flashes her ID. Nonfa's insignia gleams prominently at the top of the badge. Nonfa? I didn't say anything! Oh, then I must have misheard. Now, would you mind stepping aside? Leva effortlessly sends the restless PMC members away and circles behind the counter. Oh dear, the system is basically paralyzed. Ma'am, this is the medical backend system also developed by the GR group. Is this medical backend system also developed by the GR group? Ah, so it's not a medical center, it's a fucking slaughterhouse. I'm not really sure. It's what we have been using since I started working here. Looks like we have to access level 2 and take a look. Robella, let's get to work. I fucking hate them. Hello? Hello? Do you hear me? Alright, comms are clear. Time to start eliminating the system defense units. So we have glow darter. Probably can. No, this is a block, a full block. So I can hit this tree, or I can hit, like, I can try to hit this one. Okay, let's go. Sorry, that was completely unexpected. that just went out of my system. In the middle of a breathing, it just popped out. I don't know how. I don't know how that happened. Nope. This one, can it reach? It doesn't reach. This one can reach. Yeah, this reaches. This doesn't. Okay. We throw this bomb here. We get 2 of them. They're down. Boom. And can I do something with Suomi here? Okay. A glow dart there. Maki can hit here. Ha! Boom. Can Ro do something here? Nope. Even if I try to move closer, it doesn't reach. Well, normal attack. Oh yeah, what? Wait, it wasn't nice. Not enough stacks. Damn. Probably the things died before Ro could get the stacks. After a brief check, both Leva and Robella sighed in relief. You think it's not the same kind of bug that affected Gerard's automaton before? That would have been a nightmare. Right, it was like the overload came from too many simultaneous operations exceeding capacity. Then let's finish this in one go. Again. Load limit. Continue. What? What are... Huh? The fuck? Lotta. Okay, here I can reach. There, double. That doesn't hit anyone. No, that doesn't hit anyone. But this, I can hit 3 and I can hit another 2 on the side. Boom. And Boom. A lot of noises are so cute. Even though it's distress noises. It's incredibly mm, scared bunny. Scared bunny like. Okay, here's a Skyfire. Boom. A dinner gate. Hit him, bro. Nice. 22.5. 22,000. Wow. They fixed the malfunction and exit level 2. Right now, the system should be stable again. Thank you. Sparing no time for words, the nurse dives right back into her work. The PMC member who was causing trouble earlier returns as it all finishes up. Robella, Leva, we just finished treating the new batch of patients. Lenna and Sobo pushed through the crowd. Following Leva and Robella, the four gathered around the screen. Vaccination records? This is data we sorted out while fixing the system malfunction. And why are you looking at that? Since the returning personal routine checks up entering the green zones and didn't show anything unusual, then there are two likely scenarios if they still got sick later. First, they skip the requirement vaccination before being deployed to contamination zones or purification zones, leaving them unprotected against any infection. They returned during the incubation period and fell ill afterward. Either that, or the worst option. Second, they did get vaccinated as required. Didn't get infected during deployment, but later came into contact with an infection source after returning to the green zones. Oh. Sobo nods gravely. Let's hope it's not the later. Those people are spread across every city in Odessa. If they got infected within the green or even the white zones, Odessa's in real danger. The doctors probably realized that too. That's why they compiled the patient vaccination records for the past year. I see. So, did the records show anything unusual? Yes and no. What's that supposed to mean? Robella, explain it to them. I'll go ask the doctor something. Right? Leva walks towards the control station, not far away. The PMCs that return from temporary deployment are all official, registered with NONFA and receive regular health checks. And the Railway Corps, even in decline, are still part of the UNC military, so most of them did receive standard vaccinations. Those who didn't, ironically, are mostly civilians who got caught up in the chaos, but they are few. Colin did say the white and green zones have regular safety inspection, right? Vaccination records are part of those. Then what did Leva mean by yes and no? We found that the vaccine manufacturers and batch numbers differ widely amongst the patients. We don't know if that had any effect, so we consider a third possibility. These people are vaccinated, but the vaccines didn't provide effective protection. I see. So that's why Leva went to consult the doctors. Ah, she's back! What did the doctor say? According to them, because Odessa covers such a large area and has many neighboring purification zones, the government established multiple authorized elite vaccination sites. Each site is allowed to select approved pharmaceutical manufacturers from a government list and purchase vaccines within regulated price ranges to provide local inoculations. But those manufacturers were all licensed by the Oblast government. If the vaccines didn't work, wouldn't there still be the quality checks on the vaccines before they are shipped out? Yes, but given the massive production volume, the government can only do random inspections. So there is a chance the vaccines did not meet production standards. Exactly. The problem is, with so many different companies and production lines, pinpointing the faulty batch is extremely difficult. And according to the staff we met earlier, some patients' disease progression doesn't match typical cases, meaning we can backtrack infection timing from symptoms. Nor can we precisely identify vaccination dates. We can only define a rough range at best. Then, what do we do now? Honestly, I don't have a more efficient plan. For now, we'll sort the data, group them by illness stage, and start eliminating possibilities one by one. That sounds like a real core. Is there really no other way? I wish there were. I wish there were. Before that, though, I want to pay someone a visit. You got a contact here in OD07, Robella. You all know him. She brings up an interface and pulls up a medical record. Leva glances at it and lets out a soft whistle as she recognizes the patient's name. Isn't it Mr. Pavel? He's sick too? According to the records, he was brought in the day before yesterday. He is currently in Ward E of this emergency treatment center. That's where they house patients in relatively good condition. Maybe we can get more information from him, and I'd like to check up on him as well. Let's go see him. The dogs follow the directions to Ward E and find Pavel leaning against the temporary reception desk. He isn't wearing a hospital gown, just an all but clean jacket. Nurse, could you check again? Have my wife's and daughter's test results come out yet? It takes time to process test reports. Asking 10 times a day won't speed it up. But my own results came out really fast last time. My younger daughter is still little. If there's anything wrong with her, she needs treatment right away. Medical results are tight right now. Once the results are ready, the system will automatically send them to you and your wife. Please be patient. But... Seeing that Pavel is about to argue further, Leva steps forward and pats him on the shoulder. The one from the Girard Tomato incident still haven't recovered, and now the elite outbreak hits. It's natural for the hospital to be overwhelmed. That makes things harder for the nurse. Mr. Pavel, Miss Robella, Miss Leva, and the other old ladies? What brings you here? We received orders to assist the local authorities, and when we found out you were admitted, we came to check on you. And to get a better sense of the situation. Sure, no problem. Actually, I got something I wanted to report. Let's talk over there. Should an EMP before anything happens? Before you start talking, because if this is a warehouse by I forgot the word. A warehouse, bar, medical center, report post by the government, by the Oblast government, then maybe you should check on your bugs before any important information is passed. The dolls follow Pavel to a bench by the corridor. As soon as they sit down, he starts rambling. You tell me, ladies, how did I come back just thrown into this mess? My team and I cooperated fully with the PSA, and a few days later, every one of us fell ill. And your family? I barely got home before we had to run all over with external support squads. My wife and kids haven't shown any symptoms yet, just waiting for their test results. That's good. They will be fine. And his homecoming has been a disaster. Pavel rubs his head in frustration. Yellow's own mission got suspended, so my pay's gone down the drain. I thought I'd use the break to visit my family, but I barely got to see them. And now I might have even infected them. Luckily, those garbage Girard droids in Satellite Town they are living in have stopped acting up. Otherwise, there's no way I had left them behind to come stay at the hospital myself. You said you had something to report. What is it? Eh? Oh! Miss Leva, look! When we were tested before entering the Green Zone, we were all perfectly healthy, but once we came back, we all got sick. What does that tell you? It means there's something wrong, Alessa. Someone's got to investigate. Wait. What if they are making you the full immune subjects? So they're trying in PMC's soldiers, mercenaries. They're experimenting to make full immune subjects. Exactly like Helena and Melanie. No freaking way. And? And? What do you mean by and? Isn't that serious enough? It is rather serious. How are you feeling now? He's taking this much. He's clearly fine. Yeah, so yeah. If he has enough energy to jab, he has enough energy to be stable. So, but yeah, you shouldn't have said it like that. I'm alright. My symptoms aren't bad. The first couple of days were rough, but I'm much better now. So my college still can't even stand though. When it gets bad, people go crazy. Let me tell you, Miss Robella. Back when I was in the Yellow Zone... What is the Yellow Zone? Did you get vaccinated? Seeing Pavel about to go off on a tangent again, Leva quickly cuts in. Of course I did. On a schedule? Huh? More or less? More or less? Well, you know, in the Yellow Zone, missions sometimes have tight deadlines, so I might have gotten my jab a few days late, but that isn't a common occurrence, I swear. But according to your vaccination record, you got every dose on time. Well, you get fined if you're late, as long as it's just a short delay, it doesn't cause issues. And for the records, you can fudge them a little. I see. Then do you know which manufacturer made the vaccine you received? What? Which manufacturer? The usually chatty Pavel grows hesitant under Leva questioning, his eyes darting nervously. Just then, one of Pavel's co-workers happens to walk by. Yo, Pavel! Chatting again? You been bragging about your old army stories to dolls now? Watch your mouth! These ladies are from Nonfa. They even saved my daughter before. Oh! Don't mind him, Miss Leva. He was with another support squad, so he hasn't met you all before. It's fine. Maybe we can even ask him some questions if he is of your trust. If he has your trust, then maybe we can trust him too. We've only finished talking about the vaccine. Vaccine? The co-worker's expression stiffens for an instant before he slaps his forehead theatrically. Oh dang! I nearly forgot. Pavel, the boss just sent a message. Online meeting. SAP. I come to get you. Ladies, our boss has no patience. Pavel and I really gotta hurry. If you got questions, we can talk later, alright? Alright, we have learned enough for now. Thank you both for your cooperation. Then we'll be off. Thanks again for stopping by. Once I'm discharged, please come visit us at our place. We'll see about that. Miss Robella, my wife and I are truly grateful. Thank you for saving Alina. It still bugs me. And I remember why. Hard nice. That's why. Alina. Alina is telling why I was so I had such a recoil when I heard the name. Ugh. Miss Robella, my wife and I are truly grateful. Thank you for leaving, Alina. No, you don't have to mention it. Pavel nods and leaves with his co-worker. The dolls watch their backs disappear down the corridor. He sure can talk, but he didn't actually tell us anything useful. He wasn't telling the truth. Yep, he didn't tell anything useful, but he told us enough of the not useful things to let us know what we needed to know. Eh? Didn't you see his co-worker reaction? They are definitely hiding something about the vaccine. We'll have to find another way to make him talk. Leva's face hardened as she looks towards the direction Pavel went. Understanding her intent, Robella steps in front of her. No, I'll handle it. Yep, Ro has the trust. Huh? I'd say I'm the better interrogator here. But you have no mercy. That's the difference between... Yeah, you're too soft, Robella. That's why she has to do this. I won't be. I'll find another chance to talk to him myself. There's something else I need to confirm with him too. The two lock eyes for a moment until Leva finally shrugs and smiles again. Alright, rare to say you're dismotivated. But the nice is all you got. We don't have much time left. BA16 vaccine. The information changed. Who is now on the screen? Not the main screen. Shahui! Hell yeah! Look at those hot legs. Sound. Voice. 100. There we go. Let's continue. Here. Load limit. Redundant orders have accelerated the collapse of the system. This is just... This phrase, to call it something, is like too like deeply explaining something or ominously explaining ominous phrase before a conflict, before a big fall. But it's just actually the you try to do too many actions in just a short time. The system is collapsed. A transmitting tears away the bill of lies. A transmitting tears away the bill of lies. Announced ripples of truth. The light of humanity pierces the fog of lies and illuminates the path of salvation. Robella leads Pavel into a small room tucked away in a corner. The sign of the door reads Consultation Room. Miss Robella, you're too kind. You knew I was worried sick about my family and even pulled some strings to expedite the results. Now they are fine really puts my mind at ease. I really should thank you, Dr. Friend, properly. He isn't here, right? Huh? Where is he? The door opens. Pavel stares at the empty room in confusion. Robella closes the door and plants herself in front of it. I'm sorry, Mr. Pavel. Miss Robella? What's this about? I brought you here to continue our talk from earlier. About the vaccine. I told you everything I can. We already secured this room. Here, I'd like to tell me what you couldn't say before. Your information is very important. Seeing the earnest look in Robella's face, Pavel seems torn. Miss Robella, you saved my family. I don't want to lie to you, but my household depends on this job. I can't afford to lose it. I understand your concern, but perhaps after you meet my friend, your concerns will be alleviated. Your friend? Yes. Please wait a moment. Robella walks to the desk, switches on the display terminal, and enters a communication code. Pavel glances at Robella's back, then at the unguarded door. In the end, he decides to stay put. The call connects. Kalina? No, I mean, Miss Kalina! It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Pavel. I didn't expect I was so well known. Please have a seat first. Yes, ma'am. Pavel sits down on the chair. You are the head of the Non-Military Force Administration Oversight Office here in Odessa, responsible for monitoring PMCs. Of course we know who you are. I see. There's no need to be nervous. Robella and Leva are both trusted subordinates of mine, and my most loyal friends. I ask you here today simply because we want to understand what's been happening with all these PMC personnel falling ill after the callback. The supermobilization was jointly initiated by the Non-Military Forces Administration and the Odessa Oblast government. Naturally, we are responsible for both the call personnel and the safety of Odessa. Yes, of course. So, the investigation will be handled entirely by the Non-Military Forces Administration, and all information will be consolidated through us. Individuals and organizations providing intelligence will become cooperative partners of NANFA and will ensure the protection. What? Pavel looks helplessly towards Robella. What Kalina means is it will guarantee your personal safety, keep your identity confidential, and, if necessary, help you find better work. Really? Please, trust me. Oh, alright. Pavel licks his lip, then steals himself. Actually, it's no big secret. All of us in the small PMCs knows about it. The vaccines, the ones supplied to the vaccination sites, they're not all from the Oblast-approved manufacturers. What? The official vaccines are too expensive, and the supply is limited. It's hard to even get an appointment. There are long queues, and all the availability slots get taken by those big-shot travelers who just pass through the contamination zones. People like us never even get a chance. For those of us going to the yellow zones who want to return, or for the poor folks in the green zones who want to stay, we have to show vaccination records and prove we're healthy. If we catch it, best case, we end up here under Oblast quarantine. Worst case, we lose everything. Maybe even die, and then get expelled from the green zones under the excuse of infection control. But if it's only for the vaccination record, that's simple. A little work goes a long way. After all, we do go to places like the yellow zones, sometimes on long-term assignments that exceed the vaccination cycle. It's not like you can get proper vaccines in the contamination zones. So, in those cases, the company gets a special authorization to purchase vaccines ahead of time and give them to us for self-injection. Where there's demand, there's a market. That's how this kind of cheap vaccine came about, sold specifically to private PMCs and the poorer citizens of the green zones. And these vaccines can still be officially registered in the system. Where do you suppose those vaccines come from? Underground brokers. That's only one of the sales channels. Most of the vaccines come from the Yellow Zone's medical resource backflow, either leftovers or defective batches straight off the production line. The fact that they even make it back instead of being destroyed means someone was covering the tracks. Well, that's weird. I mean, yeah, this in particular, the fact that they even make it back instead of being destroyed means someone was covered in the tracks. I mean, they are getting the things. Underground brokers, or the fixers that get the materials, but just leaving it unguarded like that might be a lot of money flowing there. For the people who can wipe evidence like that, falsifying vaccination records is nothing. I see. So you're saying a lot of small PMCs are using these cheap vaccines? Yeah, they mix cheap and officially approved doses together to cut costs. We don't go to high-risk areas anyways. With the proper protective suits, it's not that easy to get infected. A few unlucky ones hit the yellow zones, that's normal. No one cares as long as no one dies. Besides, this is just my personal guess, but even the railroad corps units in the purification zones aren't necessarily using anything better than us. But they are official UNC troops. Miss Robella, you're a doll. Maybe you don't get how human things think. But Miss Kalina, you understand, don't you? They are leftover hardliner units from the new Soviet Union. Just not a good treatment. It's just forced labor under a new name. The more times I pass through the purification zones, the more I feel for those soldiers who have always protected Odessa, protected the city behind them, past and present. They just once chose the wrong method, stood on the wrong side. But now, the people of Odessa have forgotten about the flames of war and the soldiers who fought in it. Sometimes I wonder if war broke out again. Would anyone still volunteer to fight? You go to the front, maybe die, and you might get disposed of for some stupid reason even if you leave. Might as well stay home. That's just me rambling. Don't take it to heart. For a civilian like me, peace is always best. Whatever those bigwigs are planning, I just want to live my days in peace. I've told you everything I know. That's very helpful information. Thank you for cooperating. It's nothing. Please, don't ever let my name out. I didn't study much. The White Zones will never be within my reach. And with dolls taking all kinds of jobs now, it's hard enough for us humans to find decent work in the Green Zones. You have my word. Mr. Pavel, there's one more thing I'd like to confirm with you. What is it? Go ahead and ask. I leave after the confession. Pavel casually slouches back in his chair and bounces his leg. It's about your military service. What? So, you seem rather reluctant to talk about it. It was in Carter Squad, isn't it? At first, I thought you simply didn't want to revisit the past, but from what your co-worker said, I might have misunderstood. Yo, Pavel, chatting again? You've been bragging about your old army stories to dolls now. And besides, with the exception of certain special units, most veterans receive government placement. There's always work in the White or Green Zones. Not exactly a glamorous lifestyle, but it's at least enough to survive. I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you'd rather not. Since you already noticed, I won't hate it anymore. Actually, I was a deserter. A deserter? Yeah, but it's not like I meant to run. There was a skirmish and my trench got shelled. I blacked out. When I came to, I found myself buried in the rubble. There were dead bodies everywhere. The cleanup crews must have missed me. The unit was long gone by then. My first thought was to regroup, but when I crawled out, I tripped over a leg and fell flat on my face. And that fall made me think of Alina. Wait, what? Surely that Alina girl of yours is no older than That's 13-14. What war were you fighting? To have to sing on your daughter, like if it was in these 10 years between GFL1 and 2. Alina? She wasn't born yet, and at that time, was she? Not my daughter. Oh, my wife. Her name is Alina too. Uh, Back then, she wasn't my wife yet. Well, that's not the point. Oh, okay. Anyway, we were already seeing each other by then. I wasn't light before. I really didn't met her while in campaign. Our unit passed through a village. She was the prettiest girl there. She brought us bread, sang for us. Everyone liked her, but she slipped me a jar of jam, just me. Pavel blushes as he reminisces about his wife. After the unit left, we kept in touch. Communication wasn't easy during wartime, but whenever we stayed in one place long enough, I'd write to her. If conditions allowed, she'd reply. Her handwriting was beautiful. Robella glances at Kalina, who doesn't interrupt. Before that battle, I hadn't got a letter from her in a long time. I didn't know if my last letter ever reached her, or if she got married, or maybe her village. Well, thankfully, it was a false alarm. But I think something changed in me from that point on. Anyway, that fall scrambled my head. When I came to my senses, I was already running away from the battlefield, madly sprinting in the opposite direction from my unit. Seems like national honor or the safety of our people. None of it mattered compared to marrying Alina. Just a bit of selfishness carries you hard, even in the flames of war. Does your family know? No, the villagers didn't know army rules. I told them I earned an early discharge for distinguished service, and they believed me. And no one ever followed up on it. Who had the time? So many went missing during the war. My officers probably just marked me dead. Later, I exaggerated my service record a bit and pulled a few strings to get my family residence in the satellite city. Of course, I never dare apply for veteran benefits. I do invite the real heroes that need home, but I don't regret it. When I had nothing to lose, I charged into war full of passion. When I did have something to lose, I realized if I died, no number of victories would matter. From the start, the peaceful life I wanted only counts if I am alive, together with Alina and the kids. Pavel's words resonate within Robella's neural cloud. She tries to grasp and analyze that feeling. It seems to untangle something deep inside her, something uncertain and unresolved. Mm-hmm. Are you thinking about M4, about Griffin, or about the commander? Pavel misconstrues Robella's silence. Miss Robella, please don't be angry. I know you work for the government. The punishment for an old deserter is neither here nor there. It's better to avoid trouble. I wasn't even planning to bring it up. You're not going to hand me over to a military tribunal now, are you? Kalina? This matter itself no longer stands. The statute of limitations has long expired, and with the recent reorganizations, even identifying a prosecuting authority will be difficult. That's a relief to hear. But, Mr. Pavel, legal forgiveness does not mean moral rightness. I don't condone desertion, nor can I, or have the right to, pardon you in the name of your comrades or the army you once served. Yep, this is hurting Kalina too. I understand. I never expected that. Pavel looks down awkwardly, avoiding Kalina's gaze. but I also can't entirely condemn you. Eh? Mr. Pavel, I too have experienced warfare, and when flames and smoke separated me from those I cared for, I felt the same bonding fear. I understand how hard it is to keep fighting, even for a day, even for an hour, when your heart is weighted down by that kind of fear. To me, war is cruel. It grinds everything equally. The decision to enlist might take a moment, but every minute spent on the battlefield after witnessing blood and death, that's real courage. I can't condone your escape, but I won't deny the danger you faced or the effort you gave. You should understand, during wartime, armies punish deserters hardly to preserve order, to ensure commands are carried out. But war itself is only a brutal means to earn lasting peace for more people. Now that we live in peacetime, I won't expose this matter publicly. But please, in every moment from here on, let your actions be worthy of the forgiveness granted to you by law and by time. I understand. Thank you, Miss Kalina. Thank you for saying that. Pavel sighs most slightly. He hesitates for a moment, then speaks again. I just remember something. Something that might help with your investigation. Can you wait a moment? Of course. Pavel sniffles and leaves the room. God damn it! I need some water. Give me a second. Pavel sniffles and leaves the room. I'm back. ah, this whole dialogue has been hard because my stance on war is not an empathical one, especially for those modern wars that are being fought in the global north. I understand the ones fighting for their land, their family, their people, but those who carry on saying that they are doing that, but it's just following orders and massacring innocents in the name of a flag, in the name of their self-rightness. They may burn in the deepest layers of the cold hell. So, reading this about Pavel, about being sent with nothing to lose, and finding something to fight for, but then being the only survivor, and looking back at whatever he has to fight for, and thinking that he doesn't want to lose it because he's not fighting for it anymore. He's a little bit of a selfish desire to have happiness before dying. That is a sentiment that we all humans have. and it's really hard to not follow it. And be with both Ro and Kalin hearing this of abandoning the war, of fighting the war, losing in war, because Ro lost like half of the air team, and Kalin lost everything basically, and then the listening to that selfish desire to not die by someone else's orders, of trying to live another day by your own means. That's the parallel to the Shigekan story. Even if it's a completely different story, and the same the motives hits Kalina hard as the one on the other side. Uh, okay, let's continue. Wait, give me a second. Is everything alright? STEM is alright? OBS is alright? Let's continue. A moment later, the door opens again. Pavel furtively slips back in, clutching a small bundle. I'm back! Almost got caught. Here it is. Pavel sets the small bundle on the table and unwraps it. This is the vaccine? Yeah, I secretly saved these. They are from the last batch I received. The one right before my most recent long-term mission. The company gave it to me to take along. How did you keep them? Since these vaccines don't come through official channels, the inoculation process is exactly strict. The lane was shot by 3 days, the next by half a month, and you can stash a few away that way. Been doing that for a while, never had a problem. Were you planning to sell them? No, I wouldn't dare. I just kept some for my family in case something happened. I hadn't had the chance to give it to them yet. When I got sent to ODC-07, I was going to keep them hiding them. The vaccination records still exist, after all. I'll be in trouble if my boss finds out. Pavel looks a bit sheepish after admitting to several deceptions. But I trust you, boss. From what you said earlier, this batch might not just be defective, right? Whoever's making the harmful stuff needs to be caught. Thank you for your help, Mr. Pavel. No problem at all. There's nothing else. I'll head back down. If my college suspects anything and tell the boss, I'm done for. With that, Pavel leaves the room again. Robella, thanks to you, we got a very valuable lead. Targeted investigation will save a lot of time. It was just a lucky find. Don't be modest. If it weren't for you, Mr. Pavel would never have opened up. He's full of reservations. Especially if you have sent Leva instead. That would have been a spectacle, but an awful one. But I think what finally made him come clean was your response. My response? Yeah, what you said about Mr. Pavel having fought and then fled the battlefield. I could sense his conflict. He doesn't know how to face that past. It was his words that moved him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have handed the vaccines over. This also makes me all the more certain. Kalina, do you know about Persica overturning the original Third-gen doll design? Kalina looks puzzled at Robella's sudden change of subject. Yes, back then, Persica's Sturgeon doll tech was stolen, so she was forced to change research directions. I also heard from Lenna that she participated in the new experiments as a test doll. Still, even without external factors, it wasn't the first time Percy had overturned her own design. You yourself assisted in her endeavors, didn't you? Yes, I was once considered a successful modification. With Persica's help and my guidance, I saw my own wishes. I freed myself from adult shackles and learned how to follow my heart and make my own choices. But later, Persica said that wasn't the Tyrion doll she envisioned. The modification scheme by Lyco succeeded. Lyco succeeded, but she hadn't. Even if the tech hadn't been stolen, the plan would have been entirely scrapped. And I can just live as freely as Lyco's Tyrion doll. Oh. I don't remember reading that in one. Maybe I have to go back and read that. Does Persica explain why? Persica said a doll simply made to resemble a human wasn't what she expected a Syrian doll to be. I regret not being able to help Persica, but even to this day, I still rejoice in the change my own nether cloud. Tonight's event made me more convinced of this. Human sensibility is a weakness, but also an opportunity. That's something all dolls, myself included, should strive to consider. Robella musing lip Kalina a little astounded. It seems to her that the boundary separating doll and human has grown very blurry. Robella may still be immature, but she's learning, and learning makes her all the more human-like. It's a pity Lyco is gone and Persica gave up using you as a prototype for her research. Human cooperation could have looked very different. Yeah, she's the best. As for me is concerned, and probably for Kalin and the commander, you are the best Syrian doll we could ever get, and the only one. Is that what you like to see, Kalina? Me? Of course. To me, your dolls are both subordinates and friends. That's not just lip service. And I look forward to a time without combat missions or orders, when we can simply chat and go shopping together. Until then, Kalina, you can keep being our superior. Kalina chuckles at Robella's earnestness. Time is short. Then, as your superior, I will now issue your orders. Robella, please send me the manufacturer's info and serial number of the vaccines that Mr. Pavel has kindly provided, and share the intelligence with Leva and the others. After that, wait for me to get in touch. Got it. Wow, this was a long one. How many do we have? 16 and 1-8. Damn. 11, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, and 1, 8. All of it is pushed to the back. Okay, let's try to advance a little bit more. It only has been 1 hour and a half. So, it has been very heavy, but yeah, we have to keep going. Commander, I have traced the factory address from the vaccine serial numbers and synced the coordinates to you. This place is pretty close to where I am. Those Odessa used vaccines from Lviv? Lviv grew into a white zone city built around a native green zone. It's now a hub for the Intercontinental Railway. For transport convenience, the satellite cities around Lviv have various manufacturing plants and warehouses. but it is somewhat far. But look at this way. If this batch is really problematic, hiding the manufacturing plant in a small place like that is safer than building anything in Odessa. Karen, the vaccine itself still needs lab testing. I know. Sobo has already taken the vaccine to a testing facility. Good. That's all we can do for now. I'll contact you when we have results. Great. Great. The call ends. I look at the coordinates and feel a bit agitated. Angelia. Vladimir. Faces flash through my mind. Some people made sacrifices to bring about peace. Others defended this fragile tranquility with flesh and blood. But the devil is always lurking in the shadows. Groza, change the Elmo's course to LB14. Klukai, make preparations for with Andoris and Belka. Understood. The factory windows are gently removed from the outside. Triddles slip in lightly. Klukai connects to the comms channel. Commander, we have successfully infiltrated the factory. Preparing to begin the investigation. Good. Stay safe. Belka hugs the wall and peers at a surveillance camera. She observes it for a while, then tilts her head in puzzlement. These are way too easy, don't you think? Not only are there no patrol droids, even the factory surveillance system is offline. It's like charity for thieves. It's not that someone's careless. They just don't need to bother anymore. Eh? Equipment and some leftover production materials are sealed and stored. But look! Andres points at some equipment wrapped in thick plastic. Wait, what? Let me see. Girard? Pixies! Isn't it the one that bullied Kaling and the others? Belka claps her hand over her mouth at her own loudness. The storage tag says Girard Group assets pending disposal. How can this be? This factory belongs to Girard? It looks like it. I checked online before we came. This factory is undergoing an asset transfer. The legal representative and other info show under change review, so it's hard to find out who owns it now. So, has Girard sold this factory? It's a huge compensation and penalty cost. It's normal for Girard to drop their tail and convert assets to liquid funds, but... You're also wondering why Girard would own a vaccine plant in the first place. Yeah. Their main business is industrial manufacturing. How likely is Girard, an industrial conglomerate, to invest in a new sector outside its domain? And they are producing anti-alert vaccine. According to Kalin Sintel, they are campaigning for others as interim-chief. If they are doing something so noble, surely Rory would be blasting this all over the place for brownie points. Maybe this actually proves the production line is problematic. Keep investigating and share any findings. Understood. Belka and I will sort through the materials and equipment. And that is, you hack the electronic and tries to find valuable info. Be true, don't miss anything. 44 is back again! And what the hell is Mechi doing here? This device protection is way too weak. It barely took any effort to hack into them. Don't get careless. We need to eliminate these defense units in order to find the exact intel we're looking for. There is no green. Jevis, only kill. I'm starting to miss the missions where it was more like fix this, secure this radio station. Secure this safe house. Whatever. Repair the bridge. We have to keep. We have to move civilians out of the harm zone. I miss all of that from GFL1 because these now are just you have to kill this monster, you have to kill these enemies, you have to kill these armored dolls. Meh. It's just man. This used to be a special game, and now it's just the greatest visual novel of all time with something of a tactical game attached to it. Not actually interesting to play at all. And I don't mean the whole stages that was like 1 freaking hour total just for one turn. I mean tactically interesting. At least. So yeah. Oh yeah, we also have the Dorn. We also have Guns Frontline. Can I hit this one? Probably, yeah. The Mirmidon Elite over there is the one who's gonna be a proper problem. Not so much if Maki can get there. I can probably do a lot better with what was it called? The hard mode, but I don't want to think too much. I mean, tactically think. I just want to read and learn these stories. And at least today's doll politics is not as boring as the part 1. Well, part 1 we had the whole infiltration thing in the yard base, but still. Can I reach that? It's too far. Frick! Dinner gate. Dinner gate attack. And Roy's living a nightmare. Dinner gate attack. Roy's having a nightmare. Dinner gate attack. If you can feel, let's leave alone. You can go into my dorm. Dinner gate attack. And I'll go that. Pop. Andori succeeds level 2 after finishing her probe. How is it? There's very little valuable information. What I can tell is that production in this factory was halted suddenly. The wrap-up was rushed. Some of the equipment still holds leftover production logs. Looks like that Rurik fellow is in quite a hurry this time, trying to sell off the entire factory so hastily. And you? Did you find anything? Nothing. Belka and I checked the production materials and equipment carefully. They are all standard supplies. The machine models are the most common on the market. Nothing useful. Kulkai Sip será is over the machines coolly, as if she wants to cut them open. This is only the first workshop. Let's check the others. There might be more clues. I just found the factory's digital floor plan. We can split up to search. And that syncs the floor plan to the others. There's too many workshops. Let's start with the lab. Girard shut things down in a hurry. That's where we'll most likely find residual data. Got it. Whatever you say, Big Sis. Let's go. Nah. Nah. Me. I might need some snacks. Following the floor plan, the team arrives at the lab. Andori steers off a thick plastic sheet and powers up the terminal. As expected, it requires login access. That's normal. Lab equipment usually needs higher level authorization. They are still this strict, even after a full shutdown and transfer. If all we find are junk files again, I'm gonna be real mad. Prepare to enter level 2. Prepare to enter level 2. Oof, I can hear a lot here. I can hear a whole lot. I don't even know if I can reach this, but I will try it. Hop. Can I reach? Yep. Oops. One. Ah, damn it. Oh no, I hit 2 here. Okay. Well, no, maybe I should do this. Blade. Oh, Wummy here. Oh shit, I can reach this Goliath. Boom. Maki. What are you? Blade? Blade. How? Oh, okay, he can reach Slaughter. We don't need that. Boop. 8 out of 11. 9 out of okay, funny number. Fuck. I forgot to charge Lotta. Too bad. Wife. Continue. Once they successfully log in, Kulukai's team exit level 2. Oh, come on, not all that. Just standard inspection records, and the rest will look fine. And the produced vaccines are not around anymore. We can even take samples for verification. We came here for nothing. Unable to find clues, Belka storms off from the terminal and sits on the huge lab table, drumming her fingers on its surface. Quieten down. Oh, okay. Belka quickly stuffs her hands into her pockets. That are indeed standard results, but they are not entirely useless. Eh? Melkahor is back over. What have you found? Look at the timestamps, leader. Boring trick. Isn't that just the last activation log? What's out about it? The timestamp, that's around half a month ago. But since they were preparing the asset inventory, stopping early isn't unusual, right? Que look aside at Belka's confusion. Do you remember when the production machines outside stopped operating? If I recall, a few days after this, so the lab stopped first and the workshop carried on to finish up orders? What's wrong with that? Really? You're not getting it? You carrot? There's nothing unusual about a normal factory system production stages, but if the factory producing faulty goods, what would you do? I destroyed the evidence. Oh! Verga finally catches on. Big Six Look, are you saying the technicians could have rewritten the lab's activation logs to hide the tracks? Yeah, I got it right. Why are you so pleased with yourself? You rather had to count it on your fingers like a kid. Even Doris figured it out instantly. I'm not sure she did. She might have just noticed something else. Look. How you crashed? Did you crash, Andoris? Truque glances at Andoris, who appears to have crashed, and sighs again. Let's try to reboot the activation logs first. What the fuck was that? Look, can I get a reward now? Is there a reward? There's ought to be a reward, right? Whether or not you get a reward depends on how you do afterwards. Oh, shit. Give me a second. Got it. I'm sick. It's every fucking summer. Oh, okay, Lotta in there. Wommy can hit on the top. Ooh. Different BM. Boop. Can I? Okay, I hit nothing here. I hit only one glow darter. Fuck. Well, might as well. Boom. And recharge. Oh, I can hit this one. That's probably the only one that I could hit. And I can do that. Because something is blocking my path. My view. Full work. Move. Grow that there. Oh, there it is. Swap. Lotta, can you reach them this time? Yeah, baby. Defense down. The charge. And can Robella reach? It's only 4 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. That bulwark. That's around the corner. Fuck. This one I can reach. Where's the Wommy? Here we go. When Glucke and Belka return from level 2, Andoris has already recovered from her crash and waves up then like nothing happened. Poor Andoris. And sadly, with the new ramp prices, she's not gonna be fixed anytime soon. Yeah, the terminal logs show traces of deletion, modification, and backup transfers. The concealment was clever. Without your hand, we might have missed it. Hmm? I contributed? See? I told you Andoris didn't actually get it. I totally blanked it out. Probably crashed after the first 2 sentences. Forget it, it's not important. The wipe down in the other workshop was really sloppy, but it's a totally different story here. Whoever deleted this data clearly didn't want us to notice that what was erased and transferred. Your time in discovery gives us a new angle for rechecking. Right. Under normal logic, you trace the logs backwards from the activation timestamp. No one would think to search for a date that doesn't exist. Such a sneaky bastard! Listen, you're clever, Bixis. Don't celebrate just yet. If we can recover what was deleted, then it proves nothing. I'll help too. Let's reverse trace the operation logs and restore as much as we can. More fights! Yeah. I want more story. Give me more story. A sub elite and these guys are far away. Okay. This tree should probably be hit by Somi on the last turn or Lotta second turn. Somi on third, Lotta on second. Ro probably is going to take care of the middle ones if they don't attack. Or second. Or on second turn, just gonna nuke everything. I probably should just hit someone instead of. Way! Boom! Oh, made it too! Maki is hitting the egg slate here. The egg slate here. It's a blade, so this is probably not gone farther and can hit. Wow, that was useful. That was absolutely useful. Yay. Well, now Lotta gonna reach. But Suomi. Boom. Boom. Look, teams work together to recover the deleted data. This is all we could get. Some files were overwritten, gone for good. Gone for good. Let's see what we managed to salvage. Me, I'll open it. Belka quickly opens a file. Pharmaceutical something list. The rest is all garbled. Next one. This one won't open at all. Belka tries to open more recovered files, but most are too corrupted to view. Oh, this one works. It's a procurement list. Must be important data. Let me see. Be something K vaccine. Olesa? No. Yeah, too much gibberish. Some kind of chemical compound. Oh. Vodka. 5 grades. Vodka? Isn't that alcohol? How do you know? Check page 2. Oh, it's the same thing on page 2, but it's 10 grades this time. Another that. Eh? There's more? And more? And more still? What's the point of deleting stuff a supply list like this? Eh? There's no room for drunkards in the lab. And Doris, I love you, but you are too airheaded. Yes, they are ridiculous. Belkan really shoots the window and keeps checking other files. Finally, after several failures, another file opens successfully. It's a partially corrupted research log. 0327. The last experiment data aligns with expectations. It can be inferred that covalent bond adjustment targeting effectively increases radiation resistance in test subjects. The issue to resolve is the success rate of cultures to enable larger scale experiments. Receive new medium vaccine 3140 from BAP. After repeated test, medium 3 BAP performs well. Culture success rate of BAP improves by 40%. Plan to replace active ingredient BAP in the vaccine with BAP. In the vaccine with BAP 20. Medium BAP showing 3140 showing abnormalities. Applied for a new medium. Procurement. 02 new vaccine clinical data meets expectations. Test subjects display strong radiation resistance. Clinical data show test subject radiation resistance declines sharply. Within the predicted latency, no elite symptoms appear. Decided to continue observations after some discussion. Symptoms emerge. Disease progression accelerating. Medium power 3141. So another experimental batch. Show abnormalities applied for new medium. Data shows that test subjects injected with new vaccine exhibit strong initial radiation resistance, but it lasts no more than hours before rapidly decaying. Continued exposure to contamination leads to elite infection, but due to vaccines active ingredient latency increases and early symptoms are milder. Oh, subjects on show almost no radioactivity. Data shows disease acceleration probability rises to 45%. Experimental subjects injected with emit radiation levels of ordinary elite patients after full onset of the disease. Elite patients after full onset of the disease. Experiment successful. So I was right. The vaccines were for making full immune, for trying to get full immune humans. Medium 32 failed, cremated for disposal. Now medium delayed by accident. Production halted. Experiment successful! No way! This vaccine is completely ineffective! It even made things worse! If we follow the logic, that means they were developing this kind of vaccine intentionally from the start. In that case, the transfer staff who got vaccinated passed the health checks and then fell ill soon after returning to the safe zones. It all makes sense. You mean they were already infected with elite when they returned? Yes. Their onset was delayed because of the vaccine. During the incubation or mild symptom stage, as long as their variant index stayed below the threshold, the security gates will treat them as normal returnees. CT scanners wouldn't raise any alarms. And according to this log, once fully developed, their disease accelerates and the collapsed particle radiation is stronger than in typical elite cases. That explains the higher secondary spread rate. Elite can still be cured in the early stage, but once it progresses, that's another story. Odessa has so many residents. Don't dwell on that for now. Save these files, we're heading back. After reviewing the materials Cluecase team has brought back, I connect to Calvin Combs' channel and relay everything. Mr. Pavel avoided disaster precisely because he didn't get vaccinated. Ooh. Seems like he's a victim of the secondary outbreak. That's horrifying! The Iran group has gone insane! What do they gain by making so many people sick? Profit born of chaos. But we're liquidating the factory to pay compensation. And if they tamper with the vaccines, causing so many people to fall ill at once, then the PSA will open an investigation sooner or later. You think it's serious? Other departments will get involved too. Isn't Gerard afraid of being exposed? That only means one thing. Gerard didn't orchestrate the automaton malfunction. It really caught them off guard. If that hadn't happened, the transfer personnel wouldn't have returned all at once, and the impact would have been much smaller. According to what you said, Rurik has a strong influence over both the Oblast government and the media. So in the end, this would have just been dismissed as a few isolated incidents. Exactly. As long as the Oblast government downplays it and treats it as an ordinary contamination accident, the PSA naturally won't open a case. So that means with the elite already experienced like this, even Jira has lost control? Probably. But if can turn it around, Rarik's scheme might actually succeed. Special vaccine combined with conveniently timed malfunctions as security checkpoints will make infection numbers skyrocket in a short time. Odessa healthcare system can possibly handle that many patients all at once. The Oblast government will have to spend more money, commission the Gerard group to build hospitals and maintain equipment. If Gerard controls both the security gates and the distribution of the faulty vaccines, they can even create a false image, an illusion that Gerard technological breakthroughs have once again driven elite away from the green zone. That means Gerard will get exactly what they want. Fortunately, we have found direct proof for their crimes. Colin, how's the vaccine? Has someone delivered it to the lab? Yes, it almost reached the largest city. There's been no interference along the way. It looks like Mayor Feria and Gerard have too much on their plate to pay attention to us this time. We haven't run into any more trouble during our stay at ODE 07 either. Also, Leva, you got something to say, haven't you? It's just a theory, and to be honest, there's no evidence. I don't want to make baseless claims, that's why I'm not sure if I should bring it up. Go on, it's not like we find people forgetting things wrong. Alright. Commander, do you remember the health report you sent to Karen about Helena's condition? I also read the report myself. To put it simply, Helena will show symptoms of organ failure without collapse radiation. Which means Helena isn't truly fully immune. She's more like a byproduct of an experiment. You're right. I don't think she's the Cavitas that Paradius refers to. If that's the case, then it matches up with what's stated here. Leva reopens the recovered files brought by the Clukis team. What have you found? There's a strange phrasing in the logs that caught my eye. Medium failed, cremated for disposal. Normally, when a pharmaceutical lab's culture medium expires, they dispose of it via a sterilization process, not cremation. Even if heat treatment is used, it's described with precise terms like incineration, dry heat, or moist heat sterilization. Cremation, though, that's a word you'd use for something like a cadaver, isn't it? You don't mean... No way. Not to you mention it. Kulka's team did say the vaccine factory lab had an examination table big enough for a human body. And there was an oxygen generator on the corner. That doesn't necessarily mean it was human. It could have been something else alive, right? Ordinary labs use rats too, don't they, Leva? Yeah, right. But this lab rat just happens to be linked to the Gerard group. Helena was originally cargo consigned for transport by the Gerard group, but because of Kalin and the commander's interference, she was never successfully delivered. That matches the timing of the final culture medium mentioned in the research logs. They line up perfectly. That little girl. There's no way. Your theory is right. Then according to these logs, the culture media, or rather the Helenas, were transported out from somewhere, passed through the bounty hunters and barjaggers, had their traces wiped, and were finally sent into the green zones, into factories like the one we found. Helenas. Multiple. This conclusion is inconceivable to me, but deep down I can't bring myself to believe it. That's absolutely abominable. Those people have never known the meaning of mercy. All of us fall silent. We can't help but think of those white figures, bodies fused with machinery, and of that hated name, William. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. If heaven and hell truly exist, then the demon we once buried and his heralds have broken their chains and returned again. It's because of monsters like this that we can never stop, not for a single moment. Kalin, what do we know next? You'll continue assisting ODE 07 Public Security Administration in maintaining order and wait for SOPO's test results on the vaccine. I'll send all the intel we gathered today to them so they can perform targeted analysis. And Sopo? She's staying at the lab for now. In case of operation gets exposed, she'll have backup on site. Leva, aside from helping the PSA, you'll also have to make time to give me some remote assistance in organizing the evidence we'll need to file charges against the Gerard group. If the result match our expectations, I'll notify command. The non-military forces administration will submit the materials and request persecution of the Gerard group, as well as detention of its executives. No problem. Looks like our handover in Lviv Oblast will have to be postponed for a while, huh? Afraid so. Commander, please remain on standby or operate near Lviv Oblast. Take care of Helena. Take care of Helena. Roger that. Never thought I'd sing today when you are the one giving me orders, Kalin. I'll start compiling the documents now. Kalin's face flushes with red as she quickly ends the call. he doesn't miss the time to flirt. That goddamn commander. It's always great to be greeted by Grossa's legs in this on that screen time. 15, 13, 16, 14, 15, 17, 18. Yep, I said it's at 16, 15. Okay. So let's see if this ends on a cliffhanger or like the start of another mission. We can end here. Well, I mean, let's try to end in a good cliffhanger. A few days later, Kalina and her group had made the move. The documents have already been passed to Halley. Huh. The production line transfer to Girard didn't go to waste after all. Chairman Rudy could never have imagined that while he thought he held full control over Syrian technology, he had already, with its help, seized the lifeline of Odessa and the surrounding purification zones. He even took your dagger in his own hands and drove it right into his own heart. Girard has always handled the transport of the culture medium, and knew of his cooperation with Paradius, even if the medium later changed hands several times. Rurik must have realized what it was doing with it, but urgency and arrogance dulled his senses. Now I finally understand why you, Sech Favan, have always indulged in the Girard group request. The lullaby was never meant for Odessa and the UNC alone. Even Chairman Rurik has fallen asleep without realizing it. Send a message to Rurik. Tell it that preparation for the next periodic meeting must begin. I'll be bringing it, the promised gift. Time to disturb the sweet dream of Odessa residents for a moment. Rurik receives a message from Cocoon, from which he finally learns the truth about the production line obtained from Sech Favan, and that the indictment against the Girard group has passed Heli's review, soon to be filed in the Oblast court. Given the Girard group previous contributions, its executives have not yet been approved for detention, but they must report to the designated location within 6 hours to await trial. Additionally, refuse to appear will result in a special task unit personally inviting you to attend. So please be mindful of your safety, Chairman Rurik. Reading the message word by word, Rurik explodes with fury. Tax production line was used for this? Sech Favan, those rabbit dogs! Cocoon! Where's Cocoon? Get in here! Cocoon! The secretary, who has always been at his beck and call, does not respond to his calls this time. Where the fuck is she? Rurik frantically dials a sequence of numbers in his terminal. The waiting tone methodically devours every shed of his patience, feeding his agitation and dread. Finally, the line connects. Apologies for the wait. Where the hell have you been? Get me Sech Favan representative right now. Me? I received notice from it that my reassignment to your support team has ended. Naturally, I'm returning to my original post. After all, a secretary can serve two masters, can she? You were in on this from the start, weren't you? I wouldn't say it in on it. I'm simply carrying out the assignment given by my superiors. And I did handle this task you entrusted to me, Chairman. Very meticulously, I'd say. Don't waste my time with nonsense. Whether Girard the Lullaby project can continue in Odessa. Target me and it won't let you off the hook. Oh, you can rest easy on that. As I stated before, it will never abandon its plans for Odessa. The Lullaby project will proceed as intended. It's just that the lullaby can be sung by more than one voice, don't you think? You fools seem to forget who holds the Tyrian Doll's tag and access rights. Oh? Do we? I recall that about 2 weeks ago. Yes, the night your data center was attacked, you so generously shared all those secrets with every core family. Los en Cocoon smoked on, Rurik rushes to check the system logs. Behind Cocoon's meticulously covered ups, the hidden data now lies exposed. All the gentle restrictions have been listed, and the access permissions. When did you do this? Instead of worrying about that, I suggest you focus on self-preservation. From what I heard, the evidence Haley received directly implicating Gerard in criminal activity is extremely detailed. Once the trial begins, you're very likely to lose. And when you do, well, I'll let you think about what comes next. Consider that my final favor to you, as your former secretary. Bon voyage, Chairman Rurik. Cocoon hangs up on him. Rurik curses as he punches in several other numbers, but not a single call connects. Damn it! Bunch of backstabbing bastards! He hurls the communicator across the room, then after a few furious pants, picks it up back a few seconds later. I'll make you all pay for this! Just you wait! Rurik dials his driver's number. Hey, get my car out of the garage! I'm going to the airport! Who? Rurik's private sedan spits out of Odessa towards the private airfield in the satellite city. He tries again and again to call people, only to find that most of his contacts have already blocked him. Cowards! You were never shy about taking my money, but the moment there's trouble, you all vanish! He's still sitting. He scrolls through the contacts until his finger stops on one name. This one. This one will pick up for sure. Yeah. Trying to do Rurik's voice is hurting my throat. Yeah. I have to learn how to do gutturals alright without hurting my voice. Not gutturals. Gutturals I kinda know how to do. Well, I mean, more practice is not bad, but more like the screamo thing that I need someone to teach me. After a few seconds of the call tone, the line connects. Rurik's expression eases slightly. Legislator Rurik. Mayor, you got to help me! I've been framed! Then you should go to the designated location, appear in court as instructed, and wait for the verdict. No! They'll throw me into prison! They'll fabricate even more evidence, and I won't be able to defend myself! Mayor, you know what kind of person I am. Please, just delay the trial for a bit. I'll find proof that the group and I are innocent. If that's truly the case, following due process will still allow you to clear your name. Please trust the authorities. I advise. Enough! But with Mayor Seria calmed down, Rurik loses all patience. Don't forget what you owe me. Everything you have done these years. You, a poor wretch who's never seen a battlefield. How do you think you become a mayor? How do you think made that happen? If I fall, you're going down with me. You're right. Once your crimes come to light, I won't escape punishment either. Good. You understand then? But that's just as well. What did you just say? Odessa's prosperity doesn't need people like me. Stains never disappear. They are simply ignored by those who choose to look away. Legislator Rurik, I'm grateful for your past support and mentorship. But what I have seen recently has made it impossible for me to keep deceiving myself and turning a blind eye to your crimes. I'll stand with you and face judgment under the law. Feria ends the call. Damn it! Such Raven, Cocoon, Feria, non-fan, all those sycophantic bastards! I won't let a single one of you get away with this! Rurik opens a hidden interface in his terminal, a manic grin twisting his features. You think Gerard has been working all these years for nothing? You think you're gonna stop me here? Raymond! I'll send every last one of you to join the idiotic former chief in hell. Laughing hysterically, Rurik slams the activation key A dark red progress bar begins to crawl forward. And we will leave it here. Because I know what's going to happen here. So, this is the best cliffhanger. I forgot the name. I keep forgetting words. God damn it. It's the best cliffhanger that we can get for this whole thingy. We are almost at the middle. 16. Why not? We are, yep, right in the middle. So, let's leave this here. And it's Saturday in the midnight. So maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday. Let's try to end this event before next week. I'm going to have such a hard time to trying to stream, and the worst part is that on Wednesday we have to play freaking Limbus Company's Canto. So yeah, let's try to advance this and says that on Monday or Tuesday play IS6 because I have been waiting, but I don't have the time to stream it. Fuck. Well, I had the time sometimes, but let's not get into it. I'm working on my projects, but yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I have been Equinox Eterna, and I hope that you come back next time. That's it for today. Happy holidays. Goodbye.